to make this better this time round. If you guys enjoyed this little new song, we're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young. Like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
You enjoy the show. Do. Can enjoy this too. They're old and young.
You guys enjoyed that? Hope that smile there. Here's who played Don't Click Play. Enjoy the video. Trying to make this better this time round. If you guys enjoyed this little new song, we're gonna teach you guys how to about all the animations at the Disney World. That is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun.
Teaching you all about old and young. Old and young. Like
these two whippersnappers are fighting.
And all the ones who have passed away. Can enjoy this too. They're old and young.
You guys enjoyed that? Hope that smile there. Here's who played Don't Click Play. Enjoy the video.
Alright, all you cool cats. Now back to the lecture. Now you know something?
Hey, you varmints! Who said you could do this with me, you stupid chickmunks? It's the closest things I can do with, as Sammy Sands' voice. Like, his voice is so deep. Sadly, I couldn't fit a cartoon, history thing in here, so this is like probably, I think it's like the first time I've done this, when I combined both Looney Tunes and Disney together. And if I ever do this again, it will most likely still have the Disney things, because I can do those characters a lot more easier than the Looney Tunes characters, so I'm still learning how to do like a lot of these voices. Like, doing voices is not easy, guys. But anyway, now that's out of the way. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a theme song for the Looney Tunes. We'll see. So this was both these shorts. We got Food of Fest, which is the Chip and Dale one with Pluto, and then we have Big House Bunny, which is a Bugs Bunny and a Yosemite Sam short, and they're pretty close. I think these came out like a year apart, most looks like. So which one should I do first? Do I do Disney or do I do Looney Tunes? Sorry, Looney Tunes, Disney first, since technically that one is the one that comes out a year before this. So Chip and Dale are getting nuts as usual to where it fills a whole entire tree, and then we have Pluto, who is getting like burying two bones basically, and he buries one in the ground, and he decides to bury one where all Chip and Dale's nuts are, because it's like I said, it's a whole part of the tree, and they have like a line to where they need to like have their nuts, so there's still room for them to move around. Since they got so full with nuts and a bone now, they have no room to walk, so it ends up falling down. Dale goes out to look and sees Chip and all the nuts going down a hill, and poor Chip and Pluto end up pretty much tripping over the nuts and walking, and all the nuts go inside Pluto's dog's house. So, and Dale falls down and goes and both of them land inside of Pluto's doghouse as well. And so they have to figure a way, how do we get all these nuts of ours back to the tree without messing with Pluto? So they grab some and they crawl over him, and then he notices it because Dale is like gets hooked onto his like collar, and like it's like running across it and wakes him up. And so they hide in like Mickey's garden area, hide there, and Pluto thinks that he chased them off. So they try to go back in there again and get the nuts, but then he notices them again, and this time around they get in both. Dale gets inside of a glove and hides there and like lets Chip know. Get out. And so he gets out and like notices that Dale's inside of a glove, and Chip gets an idea that
You can use this club to do this. Could use a dog.
So they do that. They while Pluto's coming back, they're both inside the gloves and making some guardian stuff. So they like find Dale's inside the club petting Pluto, while Dale goes and gets the nuts. And so they keep on having to go back and forth and get the nuts because Pluto wants to keep him getting petted. So they decide, okay, we're going to throw a ball back and forth and get him distracted him that way. And Pluto wants to play fetch, and not realizing that he's playing fetch with a bunch of chipmunks, basically. And then once he sees that one of them takes off the glove, I think it's Dale, he tries to go after them, and then they get an idea to hook up his leash to him so they can use the glove to like have him drag up the nuts too. And then like that's when he sees Dale, and he like puts his paw on top of Dale's thing, and Chip decides to get on top of his paw and does this thing where they keep on going, and then all of a sudden poor Pluto got his paws tangled up in the tree, and then Chip and Dale just mock him and doing the same thing. Now their hands are all tangled up and they start laughing at each other. You have to wonder, after watching this, I was like, who has a better relationship with these two? Is it Donald or Pluto, since most of these shorts of Pluto, of these two, is with either Pluto or Donald. So I think I would have to say Donald's the one that's mostly on their nerves, or vice versa. So I think it's mostly Pluto who still does get mad at them every now and then. But I think since it's like the first time I've seen one of them, and where they're both in a bad dilemma, but they're on good terms at the very end. So I think Pluto and the Chipmunks have a better relationship with each other than Donald, because Donald never ever, I don't think Donald's ever nice to these guys. So let's see who directed this and stuff like that. Remember, I won't be able to find pictures of all these of these animators, directors, and so on and so forth, because they're not all online for each other. So this one came out. This was directed by Charles Nichols, produced by Walt Disney, directed. We're inviting Mix Mulper. Dickie Kenny, starring Pecos Vocus, the uncredited, and Jimmy Madolin, and Dizzy Leonard. So that's who does this. And then we got music by Paul Jim Smith, and this, this one came out. This was one that came out August 50, August 11, 1950. So on television, you can find this on Disneyland episode 3:12, Pluto's Day. Good Morning Mickey, episode 29, Donald's presentation.
What the heck? I'm not even in this one.
Episode 57, Ink and Paint Club. Episode 124, Return of Chip and Dale. What a Laugh episode 2. And on VHS, classic cartoons continues a Chip and Dale features the Donald Duck, even though Donald Duck's not in this one. Watch Disney classic nuts about Chip and Dale. Laser Dicks. Do kids even know what that is? Wait, Walt Disney cartoon and the game nuts about Chip and Dale. DVD. We got Walt Disney cartoons favorite starring Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale's completes Volume 2, What a Laugh, Volume 1. Chip and Dale's Volume 1 comes Trouble, and I could have watched this on Disney Stream, on Disney Plus, but I didn't. So, yeah, it's a good short. So let's see. Now for the Sam one. The Sammy Sam one, which is... So, Bugs is trying to get away from a bunch of hunters. One of those is supposed to be Elmer Fudd, but we don't see them, so we have no way of confirming that. And he decides to dig, and he ends up in a prison. And Sam is one of the guards, and he mistakes Bugs for a prisoner escaper. So he makes him break rocks, which I don't understand that. Was that really a punishment? I'm breaking rocks? I don't know. He tells him, and look, the way to escape, and then Sam has this cannon he's gonna shoot at them, and I'll shoot at them. And then he puts his big ball that he's chained up on, making him stop him from escaping. Gets him out and shoots him out while noticing, and then Sam goes for the gate and brings Bugs back in here and puts him into a cell. Says, I want to be outside. I'm an outside. And so he makes him think that he's inside the cell, but he's not. And so he tells him to get out, go in. And so he accidentally, and then Bugs locks him in the cell. Then he starts running, and all of a sudden he's out somehow, and he tries to get him back in there, and he ends up in trouble with Warrant there, and Warrant says, behave, basically. And I really hate that guy. He sees Bugs trying to leave again. Bugs tries to get out by going through where they hang people, and he pushes a button to lower the lever, and then Sam does the same thing, but he actually gets hanged. Then he gets sent into the Warrant section, and this time around it's Bugs dressed up as the Warrant, and he says, and you want a cigar? And he says, get a chair, and it ends up being an electrical chair. He says, you want a light? And he lights Sam's cigar, and he is getting fried. So, and he ends up letting Bugs leave because he has had too much of him, and then he ends up being put in. That makes Sam go to jail instead, because I wonder which bird ended up yapping on me, and then Bugs does some bird noises to say that was him that ratted Sam out for letting Bugs escape, because he was so happy once Bugs was gone. I finally got rid of the varmint. So yeah, so this one was directed by I. Freeland, story by Ted Pierce, Robert. This one's produced by Edward Sanders, starring Mel Blanc, music by Carl Starling, and animated by Varl Rose, Arthur Davis, Gary Kirsten, Kent Chairman, layout by Harley Pierce, background by Phil D. Guard, and this one came out April 22nd, 1950. So yeah, see, these ones come out only a few months apart. So there you guys go. So if you got, and oh yeah, home media. This is available uncensored and uncut on Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 1 Disc 1. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed that, like, favorite, and subscribe, and remember, that's all, folks. Even though this is both Looney Tunes and Disney, so bye-bye. I won't be able to do like one of those little skits I did this time around because it's kind of hard to do that with Pluto and the Chickmunks, okay? Way too hard, okay? I'll do it when it's other characters, and I already have been doing their voices throughout this, so yeah, so sorry if you're wondering why there's not one of those, so bye!